Welcome to our journey in Miles. I'm Sue and Mark is somewhere around. I think he's working on something. This is the third episode in our series of Adventure Caravan Guided RV Tours, fabulous Florida. We're on day 12 now with this video, 12 out of 42. And if you haven't seen the previous videos, check them out. You want to catch up to where we're at right now. We'll wait. Anyways, we are on day 12 now. We are in Tampa Sarasota area. We're heading down to Fort Myers. And if you have never been on a caravan before, this video is going to give you a pretty good idea of the logistics and how we get around, the places we go, things we do, and the socializing we have too. It's a blast. And if you have been on a caravan but not in Florida, this will definitely show you what it's all about. We're starting with day 12. Let's get going. We have a lot to do. Good morning. It's day 12. It's March 6, 2026. And it's a motor coach day again today. We're heading into Tampa again. I like these motor coach days here. I get it because the traffic here is crazy. And to put us all on one vehicle, don't have to worry about major parking and stuff like that.
I think it's the parking thing that really helps. Because you're going from venue to venue and you don't know where the heck you are. Yeah,
so this is great. We're going into Tampa Bay. We're going to the Henry Plant Museum. I have no idea what it is. We're going to have a guided tour. I think the building is what's significant about it. And then we're going over to the Tampa History Center. And we'll have lunch, wander around, find a place to eat. And then we're ending up at the Manatee Viewing Center. Here we go.
Well, we're going to try to see as much of Tampa today as we can. If you continue to look on your left, there are more cruise terminals.
This amazing building was constructed between 1888 and 89 by Henry Plant and was originally the Tampa Bay Hotel. It served as the headquarters for Plant's empire of railroads, steamships, hotels, and I'm not kidding, it was an empire. The Tampa Bay Hotel faced an uncertain future following Plant's death in 1899. The city of Tampa eventually purchased the property in 1905, and it continued to operate as a hotel until 1932. A year later, it has been home to the Henry B. Plant Museum, while the remainder of the building, as well as the property, became home to the University of Tampa. It is a National Historic Landmark, and it's also hard to believe this beautiful building is now part of the University of Tampa.
So this is a lifestyle museum, and it's an original hotel room. So Todd, you're a little tight for some space.
This part of the building is home to the Henry B. Plant Museum, which transports us to another era through exhibits and original furnishings and artifacts, showing the opulence of a Gilded Age seasonal resort hotel. That's right, it was just a winter getaway. During the Tampa Bay's hotel operating period from 1891 to 1930, it housed thousands of guests, including hundreds of celebrities and political figures. Walking through the museum truly does transport us with all the docent stories of the array of diversions. There was a heated swimming pool, a bowling alley, spa facilities, and card rooms. I could go on and on. And the casino here showed the decade's most celebrated performing artists.
And then in the evening, they would put the
Sounds like a pretty nice winter resort. And remember, there wasn't air conditioning at this time.
So they showed us that this room here you could rent for $15 per person per day. It was actually kind of a 3-room suite. But he pointed out the different accoutrements. They had telephone room to room. You couldn't call out of state yet because that wasn't figured out. But then they had the trunk that you would empty your clothes into a closet, which was very unusual. And it even had an in-room bathroom. That was even more amazing. But the thing that just dumbfounded me was when he opened this cabinet and there was a mini bar in it. Unbelievable. Talk about being ahead of your time.
This waterfront thoroughfare serves as a scenic linear park, offering uninterrupted views of
All right, we're at the Sparkman Wharf, and this is where we will be eating. Got quite a variety of different restaurants. So we'll head down this way. There we go. Rosta.
A red and a blonde.
Mmm. And after lunch, we took a 10-minute walk over to the Tampa Bay History Center. This is a Smithsonian affiliate museum that explores 12,000 years of Florida history through 3 floors. So we're at the Tampa Bay History Center, and we actually have a docent, so this will be cool.
Yeah.
Docents are always cool.
And it just started, and we're trying to be
Really quiet.
Dotted
Doing a
line
good job.
would have been very close to what the shoreline would have been when the very first people arrived here in our state.
We're at the Manatee Viewing Center. So we are right by the power plant, and usually the manatees like to come here because they put out a lot of warm water. And when the water gets pretty cold, they come in here. But thing is, you know, they can put out all the warm water they want, but it's 83 degrees here right now, so they're probably all out there.
Well, finally.
What did you say?
Okay, Steve just showed up, the voice of reason. Everybody's looking at these, whatever you call them, things in the water. And I'm thinking, everybody's missing the real marvel there. It's an aging infrastructure. It needs to be rebuilt. This thing looks like it's in rough shape, but look at all that beautiful equipment there. And I'm trying to understand what's doing what and what's the inclination on the pipe, and look at what's pouring out of the top there.
See, Mark, not that part of it is, see that door that's open and needs somebody to go up there and work up there.
Yeah, actually, in my previous life, I would be the guy going up that door. And so I was on the ground floor in a chair.
All right, we'll let those guys reminisce on their stuff. So here I've got Sharon with me. Sharon, check out all the plants and the flowers. What do you have to say about engineers?
They just never turn it off. Blah, blah.
Her husband is a mechanical engineer too. What? No way.
We're here to see the manatees, not the power plant over there.
Exactly. She's feeling my pain. Thanks. Thanks for being with me. Look at how they follow each other. Ring around Rosie. So they've got this education center here too. Wow. If you got a kid, this is a great place. Put your hand out, huh? Oh, look at that! It's like, hey.
You're gonna notice it's a little slimy. And that is gonna be putting in a layer of mucus.
Good morning. It's day 13 already, and it is March 7th, 2026. And we are on a motor coach again today. Like I said before, it's nice because the traffic here is pretty crazy. But anyways, we're heading into Sarasota, and we're going to be doing one of my favorite things. We're doing a trolley tour with a guide. I love that. You really get the lay of the land. You hit the highlights. So we'll be doing that pretty much all morning. And they'll drop us off downtown Sarasota, and we'll go and have some lunch. After that, we're heading over to the Mote Aquarium. It's going to be another full day, almost 9 hours. So, and actually, we got a lot of people with pets, and so far everybody's been good. They had the option to get a pet walker to come in and stuff like that, but nobody's really taken it, and nobody said anything. For all you pet owners, come along. Don't worry about your pets. They'll be fine. They have people to help out with that. So anyways, it is day 13, Motor Coach Day, Sarasota. Here we go.
Armand's Key, where the famous St. Armand's Circle is at. I'm sure your trolley's going to do a couple laps around the circle. Very touristy area up here, and then we're going to head back over to the Van Weasel Hall to drop you off.
The motor coach dropped us off at the rendezvous spot with our trolley and our guide.
Our first stop is going to be at the big wall house, which is the old iron house called the wife of John Ringling. It is also part of the swing back by up here at the Ringling. It looks different than so when I moved here, none of those buildings existed. They were all just small duplex homes and stuff. So the skyline has definitely changed.
Gonna get off for a little bit just to check out the beach.
Sue, take your dogs and let them out. You can see the bus in the distance every once in a while lets us out, take a look at something a little bit better firsthand. And the trolley doesn't have enough time to let you out at all the places you're seeing, and quite honestly, that's not the point of it. The trolley tour is to expose you to all the things there are to do and see in the area, and then you go, you know what, I'm going to come back to that, and I'm going to come back to that, and I'm going to skip that.
Just got off the bus and where are we? Downtown Sarasota, I think. We're gonna walk around and find a restaurant. They gave a few suggestions. That's really nice. Our last stop for the day, and we've got a lot of time here, which is nice. It's the Mote Science Education Aquarium. And the Mote Marine Laboratory is an independent, nonprofit marine research organization. This should be really cool. I'm looking forward to this. The wagon master gave us all our tickets as we entered. This is so easy. They're suggesting we go straight up to the 3rd floor and then wind ourselves down, just follow along. This conservation lab was really interesting. It's pretty cool. Looks like she's getting ready to feed them.
You could learn a lot on the OGM channel, and so I picked up on a few things. This is like a kind of a beverage station here, where if you want to have a brine shrimp or a adult brine or a shrimp cyst cocktail, you just use one of them valves here. But you'll notice here in the corner that here's actually where they make jelly. Because those are all jellyfish, and they get them all and they grind them up. I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. Come on, Sue, let's go check some other stuff out. I mean, I'm learning a lot in here. So this is a virtual reality experience at the museum.
Has it started?
And from what I understand, the one that Steve signed up for is an immersive experience in what it's like to go motorhome shopping or an RV. And I think shortly you'll start to see his reactions when he's looking at all the machinery and he's thinking, how in the heck am I going to be able to keep this thing maintained? Look at it. He's looking at everything that's wrong. So, folks, how was it?
I didn't even get wet.
All right, like we didn't get enough. We're ending the day by going to an ice cream place. Yum. Good morning. It's day 14, March 8th, 2026, and another motor coach day. We're actually driving into the, it's the Ringling estate. It's the opulent estate that the Ringlings built as their winter home.
It's a giant complex.
It's big. So we're going to get a tour of that. We're also going to the Circus Museum. We're going to spend the whole day over there. And
this whole day is going to be very immersive, and I'm really looking forward to it because a lot of times on the channel, especially when I would have do-it-yourself videos, people would call me a clown. So I'm trying to figure out if there's some correlation there. And, you know, maybe I'm going to find a picture of myself in there, because when I do go to Starbucks, have any confusion when somebody's calling, you know, Mark. Instead of that, I use the name Bozo because that's kind of unusual, and that helps me get my order.
Now you know, if you want his attention, call him Bozo. So anyways, it is day 8 and motor coach day, heading over, and I'm going to learn all about the Ringlings.
Yeah.
Venetian Gothic Palace.
Is this the Don Garlitz Racing Museum?
These tickets will get you into the
Am I a little mixed up?
Yeah, run David.
Okay.
Once we were given our wristbands and a map, we realized we have a lot to cover. Good thing we're here all day. First, we'll head to the Cottazon, but let me tell you a bit about this place while we walk. John Ringling and his wife Mabel purchased 20 acres of land on the waterfront in Sarasota in 1911. This Mabel Ringling Rose Garden was completed in 1913. This and the surrounding gardens were inspired by the couple's frequent travels to Italy. You can tell by all the statues. So you can see it has a circular layout too. There are 14 large banyan trees growing in various locations on the property. Some are as old as 100 years. They built a Venetian Gothic mansion known as the Cottazon, which means House of John. They also built a museum of art to house their private collection. The estate is now run by Florida State University.
Here's our group queuing up for our 11 o'clock tour. It's about 10 minutes early. What a beautiful layout. Look at even the sidewalk is fancy. Look at this pool. You know how it is to have this in your front yard. You want to take a dip. You're out there weed whacking and you're kind of hot and you need a little bit of a break. Sue is violently flagging me in like, come on. But I'm bringing you guys along for the real fun.
Oh, wow. This is their opulent winter estate.
Look at the attention to detail that went into this place. Even the beams have all sorts of carving and painting. And here's what it looks like outside today. And I think what's amazing is that you can tell that these windows are a lot of original glass because they're kind of wobbly and wrinkly looking.
So this is actually the back side that looks over the water. Wow. There are 2 Circus Museum buildings. We headed back to check out the Big Show main entrance. Here we found different circus artifacts and what I would consider the best exhibit ever of a circus. The Howard Brothers Circus is the world's largest circus model. The model shows all aspects of the circus, starting with how it actually arrives to town. You have to see it to get the incredible detail of the whole circus experience. The Howard Brothers Circus is a 3/4 inch to a foot scale replica of Ringling Brothers in Barnum & Bailey Circus. It includes a complete reproduction of the entire circus, circa 1920s.
So it was called the Howard Brothers Circus because they were unable to get the rights to print the Ringling Brothers on these, even though he was eulogizing it and basically advertising for it because of his love for the circus as he was building this stuff. And I think he did it long enough and good enough that they finally decided, oh my God, that this thing's got to be in our museum.
Yeah.
And they certainly weren't going to go repaint all of the equipment. So it really is a tribute to this guy's work.
Tibble started working on the model in 1956 and spent 50 years adding to it. The circus was premiered at the 1982 World's Fair in Knoxville, Tennessee. In 2004, Tibble set up the circus at this current location. It took him over a year just to set it up.
And finally, the big tent. And what a view you get with a model like this. Look at the stands full of people. I'm zooming in on plastic models and they look real. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This guy was amazing. Howard Tibbles. All right, Sue is going to try the high wire act. Pretty close. Don't miss this because it's going to be tough for the old shanty, right? You ready? Alright. Alright. Going. Check down these things here. I'm going foot to toe. Okay. I'm doing it. Whoa, boy. I'm gonna get it though. Yeah. Alright. Alright, hold on. No, not this way. Alright. Oh, wait. I'm almost got it. Oh.
Just came out of the Circus Museum. This place is awesome. It is definitely an all-dayer. You want to get into the museum, into their house.
I think this place is the exact opposite of what most people would expect, that it's just for kids and that it's going to be zany and noisy. It's not. It is amazingly high quality, ultra interesting, especially at our age. I'm 73 years old, so I lived through the tail end of this and listened to all of the history of it, you know, as it was finally subsiding and everything was moving indoors, because we all know that there's still circuses.
All right, we finished our day at the Ringling Estate and the Circus Museum and the Art Museum. If you ever get in that area, you gotta go there. Way cool. We were pleasantly surprised on how much we enjoyed it. So we're ending our day. We're all getting together at the restaurant that's right here in the park that we're staying at. And we all kind of pre-ordered what we wanted to have. Have an alligator.
Yeah, and it's really a cool one. I know it's not a supper club, but to me it's
it feels like it.
It's pretty cool.
Ooh, dead animals. You know it's a lodge when you see dead animals. So it's nice. We have an indoor screened in. Come on, guys, get in there.
Adventure Caravans! It's chicken kebab, but I think this is chicken, sausage chicken.
All right, you're in Florida. You gotta have alligator, right?
Good morning. It's day 15, March 9th, and today is an example of this is your vacation, and that's how Adventure Caravans has it structured. We're probably going to fit in this afternoon going to the Manatee Historic Village.
We actually didn't make it, but others did.
Later today, on our way to visit some dear friends that we just happen to be close to, and what better way to have an excellent vacation adder than to dovetail that in. Of course, we're going to fit in some Costco shopping this morning. So before we go to Costco, we're ceremoniously going to turn the water off so we don't have a flood that we're not counting on. But other than that, let's get going.
We found out that a number of our fellow travelers are taking it pretty easy today, and we also got laundry done today. So shopping, laundry, laying low, sleeping late, stuff like that. So now let's get going.
All right, we'll get going again.
We hunted and we gathered. Honey, you bought too much again.
It's only $600. It's mostly beauty products.
Yeah, like your baby wipes right there.
Shh. We'll be able to write those off on taxes. Yeah, yeah.
Adventure 2, this is 14. We are going to slowly proceed.
Good morning. It's day 16 and it is March 10th. Time is flying. As you can see, we're all closed up and it's a travel day. We're leaving the Sarasota area and we're heading over to Fort Myers. Really short drive. About an hour, but it'll probably be more like an hour and a half just because the traffic is that way in Florida. So anyways, it's a travel day, easy day. I think later on this evening they're going to have a fire pit social. That'll be awesome. We actually have dinner plans with some friends in Fort Myers. So kind of a free day once we get there, get all hooked up. It'll be an easy day, a short day. Adventure 2, this is Adventure 4. We're getting ready to leave the park.
Fantastic, Adventure 4. Make sure your headlights are on and your trip meter's set.
And it was a short drive. Once we were settled, we did go into Fort Myers and have dinner with some more friends. We found out a number of our fellow travelers did the same. It's nice to have time to meet up with family and friends. And when we returned that evening, a social fire pit was taking place. Good morning. It is day 17. It's March 11th, 2026. And today is a free day. We're in Fort Myers, and it sounds like people are scattering everywhere. Some people are actually choosing to stay here. They got a really nice pool. I think some are going out to Sanibel. Some people are visiting friends, family. We're actually going to head over to Fort Myers Beach. We haven't been there since the hurricane went through there, and I've been curious on how it's developing. Find a nice coffee shop or something and use it as a chill day and see what it looks like at Fort Myers Beach.
And I think I learned something today that I'd like to share with you guys.
Yeah?
And I'm not going to speak for Sue. Older I get, the harder it is to do things like this that normally when you're younger, you just jump in a car and you take off.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're telling you, if you're even thinking about traveling on a caravan like this, do it now rather than later.
Don't wait.
We had every vision of jumping in the car and getting up and going this morning. And by the time I put all my elixirs on and put my special shirt on that I bought special for occasions like this, my special hat, you'll notice I don't have my compression socks on today, but Sue's on deck to help me with my shoes and socks when I go on the sand. Really looking forward to today. When my dad was in the nursing facility, I always thought to myself, when was the last time my dad saw an ocean or saw the Gulf?
Yeah. And
you know what?
do it as often as you can.
I'm putting that check in the box today. All
right, we're off to Fort Myers Beach. Looking forward to it. Okay, now to find the parking. Here's one that's $25 a day. This is where we've been in the past. So, okay, $20. It's about $11:30. We're here. So one of the reasons I was really glad we're coming down here is to see how it's developing since the hurricane 3 years ago. You can see right here, this is all gone. There are all kinds of small shacks and stuff along the way.
Well, it was actually good this is gone. That was right here, honey. It was a Hooters.
It was Hooters. That's what it really was.
You're going to have to take the dogs off?
We're on the sand. It is definitely time to take the sandals off. You need umbrellas? They got umbrellas. I'm sure for a hefty fee. All right, and now we get into the red.
The little girl in Sue, but yet she's still a good YouTuber capturing the experience.
It's a pier that got wiped out.
The birds like it.
Birds love it.
They don't have them stinking tourists to worry about anymore.
Be happy.
So when you're an old fart like me, there was a fair amount of effort getting ready to go today. And we were almost well, should we stay in our nice motor home and not do anything, you know? Oh my God.
Pro tip, don't be lazy.
Yeah, don't be lazy. Pro tip is
life is short.
Go and experience life.
The cup is half full. Remember that, Mark.
Yeah. So I thought I'd get a little bit of beach action for you. And here it is. Yeah, baby. John Deere. So an OGM pro tip, when you come off the bridge entering into Fort Myers and you come down the main drag going south, going that way, if you want this view, which will remain unobstructed because this is going to be a parking lot eventually, and you want this kind of seating with shade, with a bar in the background, excellent food. This is the place to be, Margaritaville.
While we were chilling with our lattes and eventually lunch, we got a call from Cub reporters Steve, Sharon, Bruce, and Diane, who are on Sanibel Island. Let's check in with them and see how they spent their day. Looks like they went to the Ding Darlin Wildlife Refuge and Education Center. This place is so cool and, keyword, education. I found this 3D wall painting interesting. It gives you the feel of being in the water with the critters. They also did a lot of driving around, and you can see they are still rebuilding a lot on Sanibel Island since Hurricane Ian came through here in 2022. That's about 4 years ago now. We got a call from them, and they said they were getting off the island before it got a little too congested, and they met us here on Fort Myers Beach at the end of the day. 6:03. We're calling it a day on Fort Myers Beach.
Yep, people are wrapping it up. They're getting ready. They're going to hang around till the sunset, which is, I don't know, about 7:30.
About 7:30, yeah. We got back to the RV park just in time to see that sunset. And that wraps up episode 3. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, give us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. Leave a comment too. We love hearing from you guys. And Mark answers pretty much every comment. And if you could do us a favor, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It really helps our channel. Plus, you don't want to miss the next videos in this series of Fabulous Florida. So thanks for joining us. We love you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode. Safe travels.